Om Shri Sai Ram. Good morning and a warm welcome to all the office bearers and the active Sevadals of the Bandra, Khar, Santacruz Samithi. It's an absolute pleasure seeing you all here today for the Sadhana camp. In today's program, we'll have a welcome address by the convener of the Samiti, Mr. Mahesh Goklani, and 3 talks by members of the Sai family, whom I'll introduce shortly. Following that, we will have Aarti and Prasadam. Today's camp is themed around the what, the why, and the how of meeting Swami. So let us begin with the lamp lighting ceremony. Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Shanti Shanti Shanti. I request Mahesh uncle to begin with the welcome address.
ओम श्री साई राम। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बांद्रा खार सांताक्रूज समिति से इतने लोग आए हैं। आई एम रियली ओवरवेल्म्ड। द जेंट्स आर लिटिल लेस इन नंबर्स बट स्टिल आई एम हैप्पी। एंड द महिला विभाग इज़ द बैकबोन ऑफ आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो इट्स बट नेचुरल कि लोग ज़्यादा हैं। और देयर वर क्वेश्चंस कि व्हाई दिस साधना कैंप, साधना कैंप क्यों कर रहे हैं हम। सो साधना कैंप इज़ लाइक हमारे पास गाड़ियाँ रहती है, हम गाड़ी को सर्विस करने जाते हैं, तो हर 3 महीने में या 4 महीने में एक बार गाड़ी को हम सर्विस करते हैं। तो ये जो हमारी गाड़ी है, इसके लिए हमें सर्विसिंग की ज़रूरत पड़ती है। लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या है कि हमारे पास सर्विस सेंटर्स अच्छे हैं, तो हम पढ़ती जाते हैं, देन वी हैव गॉट आवर अदर प्रोग्राम्स। लेकिन साधना कैंप इज़ अ फुल सर्विस गारंटीड। सो आज के दिन जो हमारे पास 3 स्पीकर्स हैं, दे विल डू अ फैंटास्टिक सर्विसिंग बाय भगवान्स ग्रेस along with Bhagavan with them, and I welcome you all for this lovely event. This is limited mainly for the active workers and the managing committee members, so not all the devotees are invited. So we are all fortunate to be here, and I assure you that the next 2 hours will be superb, a well spent time you will never regret. तो आज संडे का दिन है और बीच में कोई भी ब्रेक नहीं रहेगी। 1 बजे डायरेक्ट हम बंद करेंगे। सो काइंडली कीप योर सेल फोन्स ऑन साइलेंट मोड और ऑफ मोड, एंड इन केस ऑफ एनी एमरजेंसी यू कैन साइलेंटली गो आउट, एल्स आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल टू बी सीटेड। थैंक यू सो मच। जय साई राम।
Our first speaker for the day is Brother Siddharth Bhatt, who is a 4th generation Sai devotee, 4G. His family has been in Swami's fold for more than 50 years. Mid-1960s is when his family came into Swami's fold. As expected, brother had a Balvikas foundation in Mumbai, was fortunate enough to get a seat in the higher secondary school at Parthi, completed his undergraduation, his post-graduation at Parthi itself, and while there he was part of the most sought after Prashanti Bhajan group, because the Bhajan group is considered a ticket to God, or a direct entry to the God's abode, right? He was a tabla player. He also participated in fact, played a very critical role in the activities after graduating by being a part of the Samarpan programs. His face is unmistakable. When you see him, you'll recognize him. The offline Samarpan sessions, online Samarpan sessions, there are a total of 130 such sessions where beautiful memories of devotees have been able to come to light because of the efforts played by Siddharth and the team there. Currently, Brother Siddharth is blessed as the State Education Coordinator for Maharashtra West 1, and he continues to work in that role. I humbly request Brother Siddharth to come and address the gathering.
Sai Ram. Offering my humble and prayerful salutations to our beloved Bhagawan's lotus feet. I pray to our beloved Bhagawan to take charge from this being and speak through him, speak through this being, and give his message for all of us so that we all can collectively think about him and soak in him. Sai Ram. So, loving Sai Rams to everyone. Wonderful morning. I hope I'm audible. Okay. Hope I'm visible. No. Okay. So, I have been given 30 minutes, and my bigger challenge is to talk about Swami is always a challenge in 30 minutes, because such a vast phenomenon, to put it into 30 minutes is, so if I don't do justice, don't mind. But I may require some help, in the sense one of you, maybe you can help me. There are 5 minutes before 30 minutes, just raise your hand. Because once I'm in the different mood, then I don't know where the time is. And then tomorrow you will not call me again. So, the topic, I don't know how many of you know, the topic which Bhagavan has blessed us with is, if you win God, or if you win Swami, you win everything. It's a very important topic, not only for you guys, but even most important for me, because I think this satsang is more critical for me currently, the phase of life of what I am in. And that's why I'm grateful to Mahesh uncle and everybody for giving this chance to ruminate about this topic. Yes, now it is louder. Thank you. So, ruminate about this topic and implement whatever he has given, to us. Now, when we look at this topic, I don't have any presentations, because this kind of topic should not have presentations. This kind of topic should not have a podium. It's not a corporate session. It's not a session where you use the head. So I know when you said servicing of the head, I was thinking servicing of the heart. This is more heartful topic than headful topic, right? So this topic, when I was praying to Bhagavan, I said, how should we address this question? That if you win Swami, you win everything. So how do we win? Okay, first and foremost, he said put into 3 questions. Why should we win Swami? Is it required? Okay. Second question is, how should we win Swami? And third question is, what happens once you win Swami? Are you guys with me? Clear? Why should we win Swami? How should we win Swami? And once you win, what happens to us in our lives? Okay. Now if this is 30 minutes, otherwise we would have made it interactive, we would have had more fun together, where I would have asked your opinion, why should we win Swami? Okay. I hope that nobody has this question, कि हम स्वामी को क्यों जीतना चाहते हैं. If you still have a question, then it's opportunity for us to introspect. Okay, so let me tell you a story. There was one mother and one kid, okay, must be 4-5 years of age. They were going to the market. Okay, they were going to the market. And market जाने के बाद, I hope you are okay with Hindi English intersperse, right? Because जितना informal उतना अच्छा है. So वो लोग market जा रहे थे, and market जाने के बाद the mother obviously purchased the vegetables and जो भी हम लोग बोलते हैं ना तरकारी, वो सब खरीद लिया. And then they came to the last shop. So last stop pe aaye, and the kid was this small. So this must be the size of the counter of the shop. Okay, so the mother was obviously purchasing something, and the child was looking at one of those jars. बचपन में हम लोग जार्स देखते थे जिसमें टॉफ़ीज़ और लॉलीपॉप्स वगैरह, सो कलरफुल थिंग्स वर केप्ट इन दोज जार. सो उसमें से एक जार वॉज वेरी अट्रैक्टिव टू हिम. तो वो जार को देख रहा था एंड द शॉपकीपर नोटिस्ड. सो अभी बच्चा है तो ऑब्वियसली यू कांट चार्ज हिम, सो ही जस्ट ओपन द जार एंड गिव इट टू हिम कि जितना लेना है ले लो, ही सेड. So the child obviously did not take any of the, he was just looking at the shopkeeper, looking at the jar, looking at the shopkeeper, looking at the jar. So mother also said, ले लो, uncle दे रहे ले लो. So he didn't take. Finally obviously the time was running out. So shopkeeper ने क्या किया? He put his own hand into the jar and then gave it to him. So once he gave it to him, obviously the kid was 4-5 साल का. So you can imagine how small his hand would be. So immediately he has to put two hands together, and still it was overflowing from his hand, it was falling down. Right? I don't know whether you guys got the message. Okay, I can read the smiles. So basically this is precisely why should we win God. Okay, the message is our hands are very small. In front of God we are like 4-5 years old kid. Okay, he is the best shopkeeper we know of because he has everything that is colorful in life. And he is saying, take whatever you want. Whereas what we are saying, we look at him and look at the jar. You decide what you want to give. Because his hands are so big, once he gives you, it is more than what we ask for. Right? हमारे तो हाथ छोटे हैं, हम तो या एक या दो टॉफी खींचेंगे उसमें से. But when he gave, it was more than 10-15 toffees, and so much that he couldn't, two palms also couldn't accommodate it. It was falling off. So precisely many times this question we have, that भगवान का प्रेजेंस है, फोटोग्राफ भी है घर पे, भजन्स भी होते हैं, ऑफिस बेरर भी हूँ, लेकिन मज़ा नहीं है लाइफ में, जो चाहिए वो मिलता नहीं है. I don't know if you guys have, I had this question, I don't know how many of you had this question, and we keep having this because that's where the servicing of the mind also comes in. While heart is there, mind also comes in. तो mind को थोड़ा शांत करना पड़ता है कि, so I keep reminding myself this story all the time, that remember your hands are very small, how much ever you want to ask, but end of that let him give what is important to us. Okay, and because we are so lucky that we have got Bhagwan in our life, the shopkeeper in our life, a lot of people don't have the shopkeeper in life, they don't know who is the shopkeeper among the people, and they get confused and then they go after different people. But here fortunately we have got the best shopkeeper in our life who knows what we want, and he doesn't charge anything, the way in the story was. So there was also one of the times when few students were sitting together, interview room mein, and hardly 4-5 students, and Swami was sitting, and Swami asked, any questions? So one of the students raised his hand, and so Swami said, Cheppu, what is the question you have got? Said, Swami, your grace can take away the bad karmas, effects of bad karmas. Swami said, no, that will not go. So this student was bold enough to say, तो फिर आपका grace का क्या फायदा? Why should I have your grace if my bad karmas के जो effect है वो अगर नहीं जाता है तो? Now see, all the divine masters, they always tell us through an analogy because our mind is not capable to absorb his message so clearly. So he, as like every time, Swami has his own style of speaking. So he just said, imagine when you're born, each one of us have certain karmas, right? Good or bad. Now since good karmas you are happy to receive, we'll talk about bad karmas because uska effect is difficult to manage. So assuming you have 100 bad karmas when you are born, okay? Now this is what Swami is narrating in that interview. There are 100 bad karmas. Assume each karma is equal to 1 rupee coin. So क्या करते हैं हम लोग, जन्म लेते हैं, then जो पोटली होती है वो लेके आते हैं 100 bad karmas. Okay, in that it's quite heavy, right? As a child also it's quite heavy. So वो लेके आते हैं, then we reach Swami. The Swami looks at us, बाप इतना 100, इतना बच्चा पूरा लेके आ रहा है, give me that. Sati, give me your potli. And then what does he do? He replaces with 100 rupee note. Moment he replaces with 100 rupee note, said pocket में डालते अभी जाओ. So this is what Swami was narrating. This is what Swami is saying, that this is what grace does. It doesn't take away the karmas. Okay, bad karmas का अपने को effect करना ही, accept करना ही पड़ेगा because it's our own doing. But His grace takes away the pain of karma. So बोलते हैं हम लोग हिंदी में ना, जोर का झटका धीरे से लगे. So this is precisely why when we have somebody like Bhagwan in our lives, if we win him, such a lovely God, lot of things can be taken care of. So these questions of do we need to have Bhagwan in our life, if what will happen if we win? Why should I win him? Okay, if we win, these kind of advantages come to us. Am I right or wrong? 100%? 50%? Some of you are feeling sleepy. No. So, this is precisely the first question which Bhagwan asked, that ये exactly topic को कैसे deal करना है. First, हम लोग को क्यों जीतना है भगवान से. Second is, what is the second question? Let me take a roll call. How? Okay, so good. How should we win God? Okay, let me narrate my own personal experience on this. This was a time when, a phase when I was studying in Parthi, a very good phase where Swami was constantly talking about me, my education, family, kya khata hai, kya so. Just, he was trying to get some excuse to speak. Okay, so that was a very beautiful phase. And as all of us know Bhagwan, suddenly he stopped. So what we call it as cold storage. So जहाँ मैं बैठता था, he never used to come. Okay, ऐसे 1.1 सामने बैठता था, he used to change the darshan line and go away. वहाँ से पाथ ही change कर देते थे. एक बार ऐसे हुआ, I was in Vrindavan. That phase went for 3 long years. It was not 1 or 2 months or 6 months. 3 long years. I was sitting in the queue, I mean in the line, darshan line. And Swami, if you know the Vrindavan, it's blocks जैसे है. Blocks का, the format or the entire darshan hall is divided into different blocks. So I was sitting in the first line, and this is the second block, this is the first block. He was walking, and you will not believe, normally Swami walks like this, right? Takes letters. That phase I was sitting like this, like Mahesh uncle. He was walking like this. क्योंकि पीछे था मैं. And I was, the way you laughed, I also laughed. I said, कितना परिश्रम कर रहे हो आप to avoid me. ऐसा है तो मैं पीछे बैठता हूँ. You do your work the way you want to be. But that was the phase I was going through. And if anybody has a question, does Swami answer our prayers? Many times we ask and Swami doesn't answer. That's what we feel ना कि स्वामी तो जवाब कभी देते नहीं है मेरे prayers का, शायद पहुँचती नहीं आवाज़. Okay. So this is the time when I was going through, and one of my seniors who studied in Parthi, I shared this story. I said, I mean, what type of phase is this? He said, अरे ये तो सबसे खूबसूरत चीज़ है. Because when he is coming for darshan, if he looks en masse everybody, it's very easy for us also. हम सबको एक साथ में I can see all of you. But if I want to avoid Mahesh uncle, मैं वहाँ से शुरुआत करूँगा. पहले मुझे स्पॉट करना पड़ेगा महेश अंकल कहाँ बैठे हुए. हाँ यहाँ पर है, यहाँ पर मुझे नहीं जाना है. या तो यहाँ से जाओ या तो वहाँ से जाओ, लेकिन यहाँ नहीं जाना है. So that requires additional effort from Swami's angle. So he's saying this is the best phase to be in. हम लोग cold storage बोलते हैं, but this is the hottest storage you are in, because he is all the time thinking about you कि जहाँ ये बैठा है वहाँ मुझे नहीं जाना है. So that is, if Swami is not answering your prayers, which we feel is not answering our prayers, that is the time when he is trying to control himself. He has the answers, but he's saying, नहीं, wait, let him experience it, फिर मैं आऊँगा. Okay, so never have that question in our minds that prayer करता हूँ लेकिन भगवान जवाब नहीं देते. Okay, he is always ready with an answer, but sometimes he wants us to, him to hold back so that we can experience what is important for our growth. Right? So coming back to the story, so this was a phase which I was going through for 3 long years. And एक समय ऐसे आया when I couldn't resist. I said, this is not done. I mean, अभी तो मैं, I'll wage a war. Okay, I'll wage a war against God. It's part of obviously the love for God which we have. Okay, and we have all the right to wage a war against him. And he likes it also. Okay, it's because it can't be goody-goody between God and devotee. आप हमारे लिए सब कुछ हो, जो आप ही सब हो. It becomes very artificial. That's why many times Swami is to encourage us, speak what is there in your heart. You want to fight, fight it out. But with him, be natural to what we are. So I thought I should wage a war with him. एंड आई सेड जहाँ पर ही कैन नॉट अवॉइड वहीं जाके मैं मेरा फेस दिखाऊंगा एंड लेट मी सी व्हाट डज इट डू. सो ही ऑल्सो वुड हैव थॉट कि ठीक है, टाइम आ गया इसको दिखाने के लिए. So I was sitting like this, where he has to, means first he comes out of interview room, he can't avoid. Otherwise he has to lock himself in the interview room. If he wants to avoid, that was the place which I sat, where he cannot come out of the interview room unless he sees me. So उसको मुझे देखना है तो he has to come out. So वो spot पे मैंने बैठा और I created a very artistic letter, or which we call like a greeting card with lot of colors and all that. So he came out and obviously he couldn't avoid this time. So he just came and he called me. I said, वाह, सामने से बुला रहे अभी 3 साल के बाद. So I went to him and he said, show me. So it was the way he wants to teach his lesson. So I showed him. I didn't speak anything. I just looked at him, looked at the letter. He looked at me and looked at me very intently in my eyes, and he just made one important statement. He just said, these are exact words. He said, physical closeness not important. Physical closeness not important. Okay, so I said nothing doing. अगर ये स्वामी ऐसे छूट के भाग जाएंगे, I need to hold him back. I argued with him. नहीं स्वामी, it is important. Because mind में क्या था, I'm going to wage a war. I'm not going to leave him till he gives me what I want. Which also Swami encourages many times. कि ask and ask till he relents. Many times he has said this. So I said, no Swami, it is important. He said, no, it's not important. He said, nothing doing Swami, it is important. You have to speak to me. He said, it's not important. So I said 3-4 times ऐसा exchange हुआ. And finally he looked very intently in my eyes and he said, empty heart. 2 शब्द, empty heart. Okay, once he said this, now I didn't know what to answer. तो वहाँ पर मैं bold हो गया. So I didn't know, and then he looked at me, he looked behind the person. Empty heart, empty heart, empty heart. 5 बार बोल के निकल गया. I didn't understand anything of this. Now he had walked away. So I couldn't, वहाँ बैठ के क्या करूँ अकेला. So I went back to my seat. And then I kept ruminating. It came around 15 years के बाद अपने धर्मक्षेत्र में one of the Samarpan talks, out of the blue. Okay, I had forgotten about this. I thought Swami said something and just to avoid me and then walked away. 15 साल के बाद one of the Samarpan sessions we had and the speakers just said this. Many times Swami will tell you empty heart, मतलब क्या? Suddenly it came as if, well, this is what 15 years back he had told me. So then he gave a beautiful answer here. He said, when Swami says empty heart, empty your heart of all the likes and dislikes of the world, all your expectations of the world, all your desires of the world. Okay, unless you empty your heart, I cannot come and sit inside you. So he just said this and it just gave me a complete idea precisely that if you are so with lot of desires and aspirations and expectations from the world, which more or less never gets completed, but we keep doing the same mistake, he says just empty your heart. And if you corroborate this with physical closeness not important, these are exact words of English which Swami said. I'm not translating into Hindi to English or English to Hindi. Okay, this the time which we are currently living in without a physical form. Okay, physical closeness is not important. Physical closeness form was important for us to relate with him. But आज जब भी form नहीं है, what he is giving us the message precisely is empty your heart so that I can come and sit. And once he sits there, he says it is a heart is a single seat sofa. It's not a musical chair. Okay, आज रामा बैठा, कल कृष्णा बैठा, कल परसों जीसस बैठा, कोई अल्लाह बैठा, ये वो. So he says once you choose God and allow him to sit, then वो अपनी सीट जमा के बैठता है. Keep a timer. एक बार वो आता है. So he once आता है तो वो जमा के बैठता है. Then after that your life changes. Okay, and that's why how to win God, the question which Bhagavan was raising for all of us is that we need to empty the heart of all the aspirations, expectations, because they are all passing clouds, and look for the permanent so that he can come and reside permanently in our heart. Right? Any questions? Is it clear? How should we win God? Give him the priority. Okay. Another way Swami says is, in fact, he used to teach us how to pray. हम लोग प्रे भी करते हैं ना कि स्वामी ये चाहिए वो चाहिए. सो वेदम में भी हम लोग बोलते हैं चमे 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 ये चमे वो चमे, फैमिली चमे, जॉब चमे, बच्चा चमे, ये चमे, यू नो, घर चमे, बंगला चमे, मर्सिडीज चमे, वो सब. सो हम लोग चमे चमे करते हैं. चमक्कम में जो दैट सेंटा श्लोका इज अबाउट आस्किंग फ्रॉम गॉड. ओके, So Swami says, you want to ask something, you ask only for God and God alone. Because logic is very simple. He says, creator or creation. You ask for creator, creation comes, free में आ जाता है, एक पे एक मुफ्त. That's a deal which he has. Okay, but if we ask for creation, what happens? Creation out of mercy he'll say, चलो तुम मांग रहे तो देता हूँ, right? But creator छूट जाता है. And then creation is open for changes. So आज पसंद आया, कल नहीं पसंद आया. And that's why Swami says to us, ask, be very careful of what you are asking from God. All of us have read that message, right? अपना जो daily कोर्ट में जो आता है उसमें भी लिखा रहता है, ask, be careful of what you are asking from God, because he may give. एक बार जाने के बाद he'll walk away. तो creator छूट गया, creation मिल गया, right? But वो creation is manipulation or open to changes. So this is precisely we need to be careful of that, and that's why Swami says simple. अंदर जो भी चलना है चलने दो, just close your eyes and say, Swami, I want you and you alone. At least practice करते 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 वो बन जाएगा अपना system. So one action point for us, 5 minutes to go. One action point for us is this, that how should we win God? One is physical closeness, not important, and empty the heart. And second actionable point is keep asking for God. कम वॉट में अंदर जो भी चलता हो, घर चमे, फैमिली चमे, मर्सिडीज चमे, साई चमे, इस प्रिसाइसली वी वांट टू कीप आस्किंग. सम डे और द अदर योर माइंड विल रिलेंट, एंड दैट्स वेयर सर्विसिंग ऑफ माइंड विल बी यूजफुल. सर्विसिंग ऑफ माइंड इमीडिएटली, वो माइंड कहने के बोलेगा ठीक है चलो इतना मांग रहा है, कीप आस्किंग नाउ, फॉलो, प्रैक्टिस हो जाता है. सो दैट इज द वे स्वामी टॉट अस द प्रेयर कि वेन एवर यू प्रे टू गॉड, डोंट प्रे फॉर थिंग्स अराउंड, प्रे ओनली फॉर स्वामी एंड स्वामी अलोन. रेस्ट मैं देख लूंगा जो देना है, विच इज वॉट द शॉपकीपर एनालॉजी इज ऑल्सो, राइट? Look at him, let him give whatever he wants it. I don't want that lollipop. You give whatever lollipop you want to give, I'll enjoy it. So that is how it is. And once you win God, what is the third question? Sorry? What happens to us? See, once you win God, everything is decided by Him. Everything is decided by Him. Job, career, family, okay, your Mercedes Benz, bank balance, even your self-realization. जो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना मोक्ष, अच्छा कर्म करना है, he will decide what karmas you need to do. Okay, and see, ये एक phase ऐसा आता है which Swami has again mentioned. There are two types of devotees. एक ऐसा type है कि where he says मत करो, तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा नहीं है, से नहीं स्वामी करना ही है. नहीं, सेकेंड टाइम ही में से मत करो, नहीं मुझे करना ही है, ओके कैरी ऑन. करते हैं, फिर गिरते हैं, फिर लगता है, एंड देन वी गो बैक टू हिम, स्वामी बहुत दुख रहा है. आउट ऑफ मर्सी ही सेज ओके डोंट वरी, मेरे पास मरम भी है. बट सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ डिवोटी इज हु हैज वन गॉड, वेयर स्वामी सेज नथिंग डूइंग, तुम नहीं करोगे मैं नहीं करोगे, नहीं स्वामी मुझे करना है, ऐसा है, यू विल टाई द हैंड्स, अब करके दिखाओ. सो ही रूल्स योर लाइफ. He will not give you the choice कि ये करना है वो करना है. That is where your discrimination is annihilated because you have surrendered to him, you've given it to him. And thing is surrender हम लोग जो बोलते हैं, it's a big topic, but in a simple one-liner, surrender happens to us. Okay, surrender is actually a noun, it's not a verb. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना surrender करना है, it's a verb and it's momentary. आज मेरे पास कोई choice नहीं है तो मैं surrender करता हूँ, because मेरे पास वैसे भी choice नहीं, चलो let him do what he wants. But when it becomes noun, it happens to us. Surrender हो जाता है. We don't have to do anything. Which is where, what exactly the stage when we win God and He comes and sits in the heart permanently. Okay, not this heart. This is where the blood flows. Swami says the actual heart is on the right side, spiritual heart. Once He comes and sits there, everything else He takes care of it at the right time in a way. So shopkeeper बाहर नहीं, shopkeeper अंदर आ जाता है. This is precisely to come back to the full circle. We started with that story about shopkeeper. Shopkeeper was outside so that we will look at him and want him to come. एक बार shopkeeper अंदर आ जाता है, okay, महासमाधि के बाद वो shopkeeper अंदर आ जाता है, then he decides everything. Everywhere you will start seeing him. Everywhere you will start seeing him. Office में आपको देख सकते हैं. So one of the last experience, maybe I'll close it. Time is up. Okay. So last experience I'll tell you, there are many more experiences once he walks into our life, what happens. Okay, very, very simple experience. This is, you also, some of you would have experienced this. I was visiting Bangalore for an official trip. This was 2018. Okay, so if anybody has questions about Swami's presence, he's more active now than in the past. So in that 2018, January, I went to Bangalore, Whitefield. This is for official work, not for darshan. So official work ke liye gaya, and it was a week-long trip in the hotel. So I went to obviously check-in counter कि बस हमारा जो भी करना है कि room वगैरह जो करते हैं starting में. So मैं वहाँ गया, and the room, which was given to me was 428. Room number 428 they allocated. So मैं देखा, and natural feel आया कि स्वामी ये अगर divine number होता तो कितना होता, अच्छा होता. एक week मुझे रहना है. So what is 428? You add to it 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, 4 plus 1, 5. So मेरा divine number नहीं है. Thought. Okay. You will not believe, I was about to sign. Now you can't tell this to the person on the counter कि मुझे divine number दे दो, उसको समझेगा भी नहीं है क्या बोल रहा है. So I was about to sign. He said, sir, just 1 minute. Can I take this back? I said, I'll give a sign. No, wait, don't sign this. Just give us back. Give me a 1 minute. She went back. 2 minutes के बाद आई, and she came with the same chit. So I don't know what she did. Then she took a pen, she cut 428 and made it to 423. Now this is 2018 January. You don't have to pray. One thought, he has read it. Imagine ऐसे कभी होता है hotel में, once a room is allocated, you are about to sign, she cuts it and says 423 is for you. Now you sign. So Swami comes in different ways. He may not come in the orange robe, but he's all the time listening to us. All the time listening to us. Which is where once you win God, your life is completely His. It's not our story, it is His story. Right? We are just निमित्त मात्र, बोलते हैं ना, खड़ा हूँ, puppet. वो वहाँ से खींचता है, फिर ऐसे घूमता हूँ, फिर ऐसे घूमता हूँ, वैसा. Nothing is ours, it is all His. And that's why some and substances, we need to win Him. If you have won Him already, your life you will enjoy. Whatever, even in the bad days come, it's also good for us. Because you know that is His doing. And everything that He does is good for us, right? There is no questions about it. So वैसा है. So that is the entire story about, if you win God, you win everything in life. Nothing else is left to be achieved. Right? Now only one thing is, if time permits, it's a 3 to 4 minute song. कर सकते हैं? So I'll leave you with all of you with this song. Okay? And then we'll go for the next session, where Siddharth will, my namesake, will explain to us the next topic about how or what. Sorry. I don't want to steal the thunder from you, but that is what it is. So Asif, you are ready? 5 minutes और 2 minutes और एक. Okay. So more than the experience, this is something where I came across 3 years back when I was reading a book, and not about Swami but about another saint. Wait, just start mat karna. So I'll just finish this now since we have started this part. So वो book में किताब पढ़ रहा था about another divine master, and he brought out some very important points which came as a, it hit me again in the head, because many times क्या होता है कि things become easy for us. Life becomes Dharmakshetra, Swami, रोज सुबह उठते हैं. You said ना 4th generation, so routine हो गया है. Okay, so it becomes routine, and then we start taking God for granted. We start taking this life for granted. But that book opened my eyes, and it clearly says, if you have 5 things happening to you in this life, 5 things right now, okay, then this is the best life you're leading. Because all the merits of all the good karmas in all the past lives that we have led till now as a soul, they are in fruition today. Okay, so now what are those 5 things? First thing is, you're born as a human being. Again, we take it for granted. And Swami himself alerts us, no? Ki jantu naam nara janma durlabham. It's the rarest of the rarest opportunity to be born as human being. Even Devtas, I don't know how many of you know, Devtas also aspire to be born as human being, because through human being you can achieve liberation. Devta is a bhog yoni. All the good karmas that you do, you enjoy in there. Okay, you can't get liberated. You have to come down to the human birth. From there you get liberation. So jantu naam narajanma durlabham. So human birth is the first blessing. Second is, your mind is increasingly interested in God. Again, it's not a normal thing. If our minds are interested in God, we are very lucky. Okay? So again, giving God the priority everywhere. So if your mind is increasingly interested in God, that's a second blessing. Third blessing is, you're born at a time when a divine master is physically present on earth. Okay, I'm hoping everybody was born at a time when Swami was present on earth. Fourth is, you come to know about that divine master. Being born is one. There are thousands and billions, 8 billion people population today. We are not everybody could know that there's somebody called Satyasai Avatar who has come. Okay, so fourth is, you come to know about that divine master. And fifth is, you be nearer, dearer and closer to him. Okay, again, that's not easy. There are millions of devotees who come to Kulwanthal, but few people get attached to him, be part of his mission like all of us, and are lucky to be worn this kind of a scarf which we have. Not everybody is chosen for this job. So that's a fifth blessing. If all these five is happening to you in this life, okay, the divine master clearly says, this is the best life you are leading. Because आपके जितने भी merits of all the good karmas of all the past life that you have led, they are currently in fruition, means action में है अभी. उसके वजह से 5 चीज एक साथ में हो रही है. अपने बाद का जो generation है, they will have 4. Definitely not 5th one, because you're not born at a time when the divine master was physically present. Okay, so ये 5 चीज हो रही है. Just imagine how lucky we are. Okay, all of us take this for granted कि चलता है, but even I was like that till I read this and I said, my God, this is immediately I noted down, and I make it a point to remind myself every day कि अगर ये 5 चीज हमारे जिंदगी में हो रही है, this is the best life we are in. And just imagine, suppose we don't do anything of this, nothing happens after this, no good karmas, no priority to God, no winning God, etc. just हो जाता है, जितना भी credit balance है वो zero हो जाएगा. Then next life से zero से शुरू करो. So it's an opportune time for us to increase that credit balance that we have got it. Right? So just thought these are the important 5 things. Just keep reminding yourself, because you never know, when you in the morning जैसे हम लोग prayer करते हैं, if you remind this, automatically you will remind the blessings of life that we have got. All the bad effects of जो भी हो रहा है अपने आसपास, वो सब निकल जाएंगे, because God is in command. Okay, so now you're ready, right? So just let's close our eyes. Okay, just close our eyes. And this is about heart. This song, I think most of you would have heard it. But I just felt this morning when I woke up with this song. Okay, मैं कान में नहीं लगाया, but it's just that the first thing that I thought about was this song. So I'm taking as Bhagwan's indication that we should listen to this. Close करके, आँख close करके, just connect to this song. Focus on the meaning of it and connect with your heart. Okay? Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Brother Siddharth. Win Swami, win the world. Choose the creator, not the creation. Empty your hearts and let Swami take over. This message, if we just follow it, there is so much of benefit that we get by having Swami with us. And like brother mentioned, the journey, there is no guarantee that the journey will not have any troubles. There will always be trials and tribulations. But by having Swami with us, you feel light. And the journey is more pleasant while you have Swami with us. I am reminded of an incident from the Mahabharata, where before the war, Duryodhan and Arjun approach Krishna. And Sri Krishna offers what they would want from him. And Duryodhan chooses the army, the weapons, the artillery, everything. And Arjun says, I don't want any of it, I just want you. And that's exactly what's happened. Arjun chose Krishna, and we know what was the result of the Mahabharata. Thank you so much, brother. Brilliant message. I just pray and hope to Swami that we follow all of this. The next speaker for today is another brother by the name Siddharth Kasturi Rangan. I could say Siddharth would be a Sai Karyakarta, starting from the age of 4 as a Balvika student and getting into the organization mode in every possible activity as possible, from Narayan Seva, medical camp, Balvikas, Vedas. He's been teaching Vedas for over 10 years. He was the district Veda coordinator till 2022, and post that he's been the Maharashtra West 1 state spiritual coordinator. He's also been awarded the Distinguished Balvikas Alumni Excellence Award. Brother Siddharth will be talking to us on the next topic, and it's an interesting one. Our life, his message. Because what we've heard in common is Swami say, my life is my message. But let's see what Brother Siddharth talks about, our life being his message. Brother Siddharth.
Jai Sai Ram. मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है ना लास्ट तक? इंग्लिश हिंदी मिक्स. आई विल जस्ट कीप स्विचिंग बिटवीन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी. अभी सिद्धार्थ भैया ने जो इतनी सारी बातें बताई, एक्चुअली मैंने उनको कभी बताया नहीं, लेकिन समर्पण पहले से मैं देखते रहता हूँ, तो स्वामी का जितना स्थान है मन में उतना उनके लिए भी आदर है कि इतने साल से ये समर्पण का ये कर रहे हैं. तो उनके बाद मुझे बोलना मतलब थोड़ा सा नर्वसनेस भी हो रहा है. और आदि शंकराचार्य के एक शिष्य थे तोटकाचार्य, वो तोटकाष्टकम एक उन्होंने रचना की, जो उसमें वो बोलते हैं कि मुझे कुछ भी नहीं आता, विदिता न मया विशदैक कला न च किंचन कांचनम अस्ति गुरु. पूर्ण दीन अवस्था में, यानी कि कुछ भी नहीं है मेरे पास, फिर भी मैं आपके शरण आया हूँ, ऐसे शंकराचार्य जी को कहते हैं. वैसे ही स्वामी के शरण में जो भी कुछ वो प्रेरणा दे और जो भी प्रेरित करे, वही मैं आपके सामने अभी रखता हूँ. ठीक है. आज का जो मूल संदेश भगवान का जो उन्होंने प्रेरित किया है, how our life is his message. It is not about we have to make our life about his message. Our life is his message. इस बात को कोई बदल नहीं सकता. जो संपूर्ण मानव जाति के बारे में है ये, कि मानव के अंदर अच्छाई है, सच्चाई है, इस शक्ति के वजह से ये दुनिया चलती है. केवल हमें इसके बारे में जागृत होना है और किस तरीके से हम भगवान के और करीब आ सके. भगवान ने जो आदर्श मानव सोच के बनाया था हमें, उसके नजदीक हमें कैसे पहुंचना है, दैट इज द होल आइडिया ऑफ लाइफ. तो व्हेन वी आर सेइंग आवर लाइफ हिज मैसेज, इट इज नॉट समथिंग कि सेवा करना है, मेडिटेशन करना है. हम लोग ये 9 पॉइंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट हम लोग बोलते हैं. स्वामी ने बताया है कि आपको ये सब बातें करने हैं. 9 थिंग्स है: डेली मेडिटेशन एंड प्रेयर, फैमिली भजन, समिति भजन, बाल विकास, जो सेवा कार्य है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के, सेवा एक्टिविटीज, स्टडी ऑफ साई लिटरेचर, स्पीक सॉफ्टली एंड लविंगली. बहुत मतलब स्वामी का इतना उसके ऊपर, इस बात के ऊपर इतना उन्होंने जोर दिया है, कितने उनके संभाषण है सभी में उन्होंने जोर दिया है कि प्रेम भावना जो है सबसे पूर्व है, सबसे पहले वो आना चाहिए, बाकी चीजें बाद में. डू नॉट स्पीक इल ऑफ अदर्स. हम सब करते हैं लेकिन नहीं करना चाहिए. ठीक है, मतलब हम लोग अवॉइड करना चाहे तो भी ये हो जाता है, मानवीय स्वभाव है, ह्यूमन नेचर, अवॉइड करना है. सीलिंग ऑन डिजायर्स, ये सब बातें भगवान बताते हैं. परंतु भगवान कहते हैं कि ये सब बातें हैं, ये सब हमें लगेंगे नियम है, बंधन है, लेकिन नियम बंधन क्यों है? वाई वी नीड दिस डिसिप्लिन इन आवर लाइफ? बेसिक 9 पॉइंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट क्यों फॉलो करना है? मतलब हमें कभी कभी लगता है ये रिस्ट्रिक्टिव है, अरे रोज करना है, भजन करना है. कभी कभी हम लोग बोलते टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, देन वी फील बैड. हम लोग बोलते हैं अरे स्वामी ने बोला है लेकिन करना है, लेकिन टाइम नहीं है. ये सब हम सबके लाइफ में ये सब होते रहता है. लेकिन भगवान क्या बोलते हैं कि मतलब धर्मवाहिनी में भगवान भी बताते हैं ये बंधन क्यों जरूरी है. गुरुदेव रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर एक बात कहते हैं. वो कहते हैं कि एक वायलिन ले लीजिए. वायलिन का जो स्ट्रिंग होता है, वायलिन स्ट्रिंग, इफ यू कीप इट ऑन द टेबल जस्ट लाइक दैट, नथिंग विल हैपन. नो साउंड, नो म्यूजिक, नथिंग. उसी वायलिन स्ट्रिंग को मैं ले लूं, वायलिन में बांध दूं दोनों तरफ से. व्हेन आई बाइंड इट, इट स्टार्ट सिंगिंग. तो बेसिक आइडिया इज दैट दिस डिसिप्लिन, दिस ये जो बंधने हैं, इनका होना क्यों जरूरी है? क्योंकि भगवान हमसे जो कार्य करना चाहते हैं, हमारे द्वारा, हमारे माध्यम से जो कार्य करना चाहते हैं, दैट इज पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन दिस डिसिप्लिन इज देयर. ठीक है, जस्ट एज वायलिन के स्ट्रिंग को लूज छोड़ दिया जाए तो वो बज नहीं सकता. म्यूजिक इज नॉट प्रोड्यूस. म्यूजिक प्रोड्यूस्ड व्हेन इट इज टाइड. Same way, when we have this discipline in our lives, we are tied from all the sides, then only our life will become musical the way it is intended to be. ठीक है, परंतु स्वामी इसके भी आगे एक बात कहते हैं. वो बोलते हैं कि ये सब बातें हम करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पार्ट है, सेवा, साधना, ये सब चीजें, इट इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ आवर लाइफ. ये सब हमारे अनुभव का डेली हिस्सा है. परंतु भगवान कहते हैं कि इन सब के पीछे का विचार जो है, इसके बारे में हमें जानना जरूरी है. मीन्स वी शुड नॉट बी डूइंग दिस थिंग्स मैकेनिकली. जैसे सिद्धार्थ भाई ने भी बताया कि ये चीजें हमारे लिए रूटीन हो जाती है. एक बार वो रूटीननेस आने लग गया, मतलब हम कहीं पे कुछ वी आर मिसिंग समथिंग. वो मिसिंग चीज क्या है? स्वामी ये भी कहते हैं कि धर्म करते समय हमें ये देखना है कि पहले क्या करना है, ये तय करना है. उसके बाद इससे किसी को तकलीफ तो नहीं पहुंचेगी, शारीरिक, मानसिक, किसी को कोई तकलीफ नहीं होगी, ये भी सोचना है. उसके बाद ही करना है. लुक बिफोर यू लीव का एक एक्स्ट्रा फॉर्मूला है कि केवल हमें कुछ नहीं हो रहा है इतना ही नहीं देखना है, किसी को कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए, फिर वो कर्म करना है. साईराम. वापस हम आते हैं तो भगवान कहते हैं ये सब पॉइंट्स, 9 पॉइंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट रूटीन हो गया, मतलब समथिंग इज मिसिंग. व्हाट इज मिसिंग? भगवान एक एग्जाम्पल देते हैं। भगवान जैसे सिद्धार्थ जी ने बताया कि उदाहरण देना, मतलब स्वामी की एक एक उपमा ऐसी होती है कि मतलब हाफ एग्जाम्पल होने के बाद कभी कभी हम एंटिसिपेट करने लगते हैं, अभी आगे ये बोलेंगे। भगवान कुछ अलग लेवल पे बोलते हैं और वो मैसेज इतना ही इट हिट्स हार्ड, इट हिट्स होम वेरी हार्ड। यहाँ पे भगवान कहते हैं शिव मंदिर में जब जाते हैं तभी एक प्रथा है कि जो नंदीश्वर हैं उनके सिंहों के बीच में से भगवान का दर्शन करना बहुत शुभ माना जाता है। ऐसे यू कीप योर फिंगर्स इन्वर्टेड ऐसे एंड वो टच द हॉर्न्स एंड उसके अंदर से ऐसा देखना शिवलिंग को बहुत शुभ माना जाता है। भगवान कहते हैं परंतु ये सब लोग करते हैं रूटीनली और उनको लगता है कि हाँ ये किया मतलब शिव जी का अच्छा दर्शन हो गया, अभी हमारी मनोकामनाएं पूरी होंगी वगैरह वगैरह। भगवान कहते हैं इसका अर्थ किसी ने समझा नहीं अभी तक। अर्थ क्या है? नंदी जो बैल की मूर्ति होती है, नंदीश्वर की मूर्ति होती है, हमेशा ईश्वर की तरफ मुख करके होती है। ये हम लोग हैं जो स्वामी की तरफ मुख करके बैठे हैं और जब हम ऐसा देखते हैं मतलब हमारे अंदर हमें भगवान को देखना है। जो उन्होंने बोला एम्प्टी हार्ट, एम्प्टी योर हार्ट सो दैट ही कैन फील इट, दैट ही कैन कम एंड सिट देयर। तो ये भगवान कहते हैं कि ये जो प्रथा है उसके पीछे का रहस्य ये है, यू हैव टू इंस्टिल गॉड इन योर ओन हार्ट, दिस इज जस्ट सिंबॉलिक ये सब। वैसे ही जो 9 पॉइंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है दैट इज सिंबॉलिक, दैट इज देयर इन ऑर्डर फॉर अस टू मेक स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्रेस। जैसे कि मैंने बताया इट इज नॉट इनफ टू टाई द वायलिन स्ट्रिंग, यू हैव टू ऑल्सो प्ले द इंस्ट्रूमेंट, तो ही म्यूजिक निकलता है। भगवान कहते हैं कि ये जो हम सब करते हैं दुनिया में डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज, इस सब को भगवान एक नाम देते हैं आचार धर्म, यानी कि हम जो आचरण में करते हैं व्हाट वी डू एवरी डे। परंतु भगवान कहते हैं इसके पीछे जो है बिहाइंड दिस दैट इज आत्मधर्म, मतलब जो हमारे आत्मा से प्रेरित होता है। वॉइस ऑफ कॉन्शियंस बोलिए आप, वॉइस ऑफ गॉड बोलिए। देखिए हम लोग जितनी भी मतलब फिलॉसफी की बातें अलग 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 होती हैं, परंतु उसमें एक सिंपल बात यह है ईच एंड एवरी क्रीचर, नॉट इवन ह्यूमन बींग्स, ईच एंड एवरी एनिमल, बर्ड, इंसेक्ट, all of them can be means all of them have a certain function, certain role। और सभी पूरे प्रकृति को आप देखिए एवरीथिंग एक्ट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस रोल। ये मानव जाति एकमेव है जो पावर ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन दिया है उसका गलत उपयोग करती है और उसके वजह से हम लोग भटक जाते हैं, इधर उधर जाते हैं। अदरवाइज ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ अस हैज दैट इनर वॉइस। इनर वॉइस गिव्स अस वार्निंग फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम। इनर वॉइस टेल्स अस ये ठीक नहीं है, हम लोग उसको नज़रअंदाज करते हैं, हम लोग उसको उसके साथ बार्गेनिंग करते हैं, नहीं ये थोड़ा गलत है लेकिन वैसे करेंगे तो बहुत गलत होगा। गलत में कोई थोड़ा बहुत नहीं होता, सही सही होता है, जो सही नहीं है वो सही नहीं होता है। बट वी हैव दिस हैबिट ऑफ समहाउ ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन टू आवरसेल्व्स कि व्हाई दिस इज नॉट हैपनिंग और ये है वो है। ये सब भगवान बोलते हैं ये सब बार्गेनिंग धर्म के मामले में नहीं चलता। धर्म धर्म है, देयर इज ए सर्टेन वे यू हैव टू डू थिंग्स, यू हैव टू डू इट दैट वे ओनली, यू कैन नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू योर कन्वीनियंस, यू कैन नॉट चेंज दैट। और ये सब की प्रेरणा अंदर से आती है, ऐसा भगवान कहते हैं। ठीक है, भगवान एक और उदाहरण देते हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि हमारा लाइफ का पर्पस क्या है। पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ इज मीन्स हम लोग बोलते हैं स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्रेस वगैरह वगैरह। सिंपल वे भगवान ने सिंपल हमें बातें बताई, लव ऑल, सर्व ऑल, हेल्प एवर, हर्ट नेवर। ये दो केवल कहावत अगर हम हमारे जिंदगी के मूल स्तंभ बना के रखें, इफ यू जस्ट इमेजिन, जस्ट रिमेंबर व्हाट ऑल यू डिड सिंस टुडे मॉर्निंग, ये दोनों रूल कभी ना कभी हम सब ने तोड़ा है। ठीक है, लव ऑल, सर्व ऑल, सुबह सुबह जल्दी में निकलने की घाई रही होगी सबको, घर में थोड़ा कुछ वाद विवाद हुआ होगा। हेल्प एवर, हर्ट नेवर। ठीक है, हेल्प एवर मीन्स ऑलवेज बी ऑन द लुकआउट फॉर सम अपॉर्चुनिटी टू हेल्प समवन। कोई कुछ कर रहा है, अनेक बार क्या होता है कोई और आके मदद करता है, फिर हमें अचानक लगता है अरे ये तो मैं भी कर सकता था या मैं भी कर सकती थी। अगर हमें ऐसा लग रहा है मतलब वी नो दैट हेल्प करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी था वहां पे, हमने हेल्प नहीं किया, ये हमारा प्रॉब्लम है। तो ये हेल्प एवर वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डू, मीन्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू, मीन्स वी हैव टू मेक इट पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ आवर सेल्व्स। ये बाहर से मतलब सोच के विचार करके तब तक कोई और कर देगा, ठीक है। हर्ट नेवर, इवन मोर डिफिकल्ट, लेकिन उस पर नहीं जाते, हेल्प एवर पे ही रहते हैं, वो भी मुश्किल है। लव ऑल, ऑल मीन्स रियली ऑल। अभी हमारा लव कैसा रहता है, डिवाइन लव हम बोलते हैं, लेकिन इनके प्रति ज्यादा है, इनके प्रति थोड़ा कम है, दैट इज नॉट लव ऑल, ठीक है। तो ये सिंपल लव ऑल, सर्व ऑल, हेल्प एवर, हर्ट नेवर, यही स्पिरिचुअलिटी है। इतना स्वामी ने सिंपल, सी द वर्ड्स आर सिंपल, implementing in our life is not simple, and all these nine point code of conduct is supposed to aid in that. अभी हम बोलते हैं ना उपवास करते हैं लोग, उपवास करते हैं ना, शाम तक लोग चिड़चिड़े हो जाते हैं। उपवास का मीनिंग ये नहीं है कि भूखे रहो आप, उपवास वर्ड का संस्कृत मीनिंग है ऊपरी निवसती इति, भगवान के पास रहना, बी क्लोज टू गॉड, नॉट बी अवे फ्रॉम फूड। वो बी अवे फ्रॉम फूड कैसे है, अवे फ्रॉम फूड रहेंगे तो हमारी जो वासनाएं वो सब दूर हो जाती है और हम भगवान के और करीब आ जाते हैं। अगर उसकी वजह से चिड़चिड़ापन आ रहा है तो मत कीजिए, यू विल बी क्लोजर टू गॉड बाय ईटिंग फूड रादर देन रिमेनिंग हंग्री, ठीक है। तो भगवान कहते हैं कि आत्मधर्म, द धर्म विच इज इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम विद इन, वॉइस ऑफ गॉड, वॉइस ऑफ कॉन्शियंस जो अंदर से आता है, उसको फॉलो कीजिए। भगवान कहते हैं 2 प्रश्न पूछिए खुद को। At all times we need to ask ourselves these 2 questions. For every small thing we do, the way, means I move this watch from here to here, the way I adjust the mic, the way I stand, the way I sit, from these small things, the way we get up in the morning, every small action we should ask ourselves 2 questions. First question is, whatever I did, was it done well? अच्छी तरीके से किया कि नहीं। हर चीज करने के अनेक तरीके होते हैं, हमें पता होता है उत्कृष्ट तरीका कौन सा है और जस्ट चलता है वाला तरीका कौन सा है। हम लोग बहुत बार लाइफ में सब मिनिमम करते जाते हैं क्योंकि इसमें कौन इतना मेहनत करेगा। परंतु व्हाट वी लर्न फ्रॉम गॉड, व्हाट वी लर्न फ्रॉम नेचर, आप बाहर जाइए, सृष्टि की तरफ देखिए, सृष्टि में आपको एक ऐसा चीज नहीं मिलेगा जिसमें भगवान का परफेक्शन नहीं दिखता। इसलिए हम बोलते हैं ना, यू गो आउट फ्रॉम द सिटी, यू गो टू कंट्री साइड। क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि वहां पे जो नैसर्गिक सुंदरता है वो आपको किसी आर्टिस्ट के पेंटिंग में नहीं मिलेगी, किसी स्कल्प्टर के मूर्ति में नहीं मिलेगी, किसी म्यूजिशियन के म्यूजिक में आपको वो चीज नहीं मिलेगी। वो एक परमात्मा है जिन्होंने ये सब किया है। तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद में एक पैसेज है जिसमें बताया जाता है कि सृजन कैसे किया भगवान ने। असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग् स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति। सुंदर बात है, असद्वा इदम अग्र आसीत, ये सब असत मतलब अस्तित्व में ही नहीं था। ततो वही सत अजायत, अचानक वो अस्तित्व में आया। भगवान ने ऐसा मतलब एक दिन सोचा कि करते हैं चलो कुछ, पूरा ब्रह्मांड बना दिया उन्होंने। फिर तद आत्मानं स्वयं अकुरुत, भगवान ने स्वयं हर चीज, बाहर हर एक पत्थर, अंदर ये टेबल, ये कुर्सियां, ये बिल्डिंग, हमारा शरीर, हमारे हाथों का आकार, हर वृक्ष, हर पेड़, हर पक्षी, हर पौधा, सब कुछ भगवान ने अपने हाथों से, हैंडमेड बोलते हैं ना, हैंडमेड चीजें सपोज टू बी वेरी गुड एंड एक्सपेंसिव तो होता है, बट उसके अलावा इट इज सपोज टू बी कस्टम मेड। आजकल थोड़ा ट्रेंड चलता है, नेचर में हर चीज कस्टम मेड है। हर चीज भगवान ने बैठ के केयरफुली अपना समय लेकर बनाया है। तस्मात् तत् सुकृतम उच्यते इति, इसीलिए उसको कहते हैं सुकृतम, अच्छी तरीके से किया हुआ, वेल मेड, वेल क्रिएटेड। दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव टू एस्पायर टू। हमारा हर एक्शन नॉट जस्ट ओके और पॉसिबल, इट शुड बी परफेक्ट। टिल वी एलिवेट एवरीथिंग वी डू, फ्रॉम द मोमेंट वी गेट अप till the moment we go to sleep, even our sleep, unless we make that perfect, we have not reached where we are intended to reach. इतना होना चाहिए, मीन्स इट्स माइंड बॉगलिंग है ये सब बातें। अगर हम सोचेंगे कि कैसे किया जाए, हाउ वी आर टू अचीव दिस, आप अपने आप इस निष्कर्ष पे आओगे कि इसके लिए बहुत सारे जन्म लगने वाले हैं, एक जन्म में होने वाली बात नहीं है। इसलिए भगवान कहते हैं इतने सारे जन्म हमें लेने क्यों पड़ते हैं। एवरी जन्म वी कम लिटिल बिट क्लोजर टू दैट परफेक्शन. That 80 years, 100 years life is not sufficient to reach that perfection. Then we come to the next life with that level of perfection. जो गुड कर्म 100 रुपये नोट लेके आते हैं हम लोग, उससे थोड़ा और आगे चलते हैं, ऐसा है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन was whatever I did was it well done. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन भगवान कहते हैं did I make some progress. अच्छे तरीके से हुआ क्या, यस नो क्वेश्चन है. दूसरा यस नो क्वेश्चन है डिड आई मेक सम प्रोग्रेस, मतलब पिछली बार जैसे किया उससे थोड़ा बेटर किया कि नहीं. हर कार्य के लिए हमें यह सवाल पूछने हैं दो. वॉज इट डन वेल एंड डिड आई डू बेटर देन लास्ट टाइम, डिड आई प्रोग्रेस. ठीक है. भगवान कहते हैं धर्म के दो मेन कंपोनेंट्स है. प्योरिटी, प्योरिटी ऑफ हार्ट. मोटिव्स शुड बी प्योर. हमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं ये करूंगा मुझे ये मिलेगा. ऐसे धर्म में गिव एंड टेक का हिसाब नहीं होता है, गिव एंड गिव का हिसाब होता है. क्योंकि जो टेक है उन्होंने जो बताया भगवान देते हैं, हम लेने को जाएंगे तो हमारे हाथ में कम ही चीजें आएंगी, भगवान देंगे तो ज्यादा मिलेगा. इसलिए गिव गिव एंड यू विल गेट इन रिटर्न, इस भरोसे में जीना है. वी शुड नॉट वरी अबाउट अभी मैं ये परफेक्टली कर रहा हूं कि नहीं कर रहा हूं. एक सिंपल स्टोरी है. जगन्नाथ मंदिर में एक मूर्तिकार एक कोने में बैठ के काम कर रहा था. तो राजा जी आए, वो बोले अरे यहां क्यों कर रहे हो, यहां तो अंधेरा है, ये मूर्ति कोई नहीं देखेगा. तो मूर्तिकार बोला जो देखने वाला है उसको रोशनी की जरूरत नहीं है, वो आएगा वो देखेगा, उसके लिए मैं बना रहा हूं, तो अंधेरे में भी चलेगा. दिए के रोशनी में वो कर रहा था. ये फेथ हम में होना चाहिए. कौन देख रहा है ये सवाल आना ही नहीं चाहिए, है ना. जो सबसे देखने, जिनको देखना चाहिए वो तो देख रहे हैं, बाकी किसको दिखाने के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं. दैट मेंटालिटी शुड नॉट कम कि अच्छा ये सब चीजें अच्छा होना चाहिए क्योंकि ज्यादा लोग देखने वाले हैं, और ये सब चीजें चलता है क्योंकि कोई नहीं देख रहा है. कोई नहीं देख रहा है नहीं है, हर तरफ से देखो, वहां से देख रहे, वहां से देख रहे, यहां से भी देख रहे, आपको दिखाई नहीं दे रहे. ठीक है. तो ये होना चाहिए कि was it well done, did I progress. Purity of heart. Second thing Swami says humility. Humility is the outcome of doing all this. अगर हम करेंगे, जितना हम इनके बारे में सोचेंगे ना, हमें मालूम पड़ेगा अरे इतना तो किया, बाकी सब लोग पीठ थपथपाएंगे, बोलेंगे अरे वाह क्या काम किया आज, बहुत अच्छा हुआ. हम क्या नॉर्मल क्या होता, भजन हो गया तो स्वामी ने बोला है चुपचाप दर्शन लो, आरती में से जो आरती के ज्योति में जो भगवान दिखते हैं उसके अपने हृदय में रखो और चुपचाप वहां से निकल जाओ वाइब्रेशन लेके. हम क्या करते हैं, अरे अच्छा हुआ ना भजन, अच्छा हुआ ना. अगर हमें ये पूछने की जरूरत पड़ रही है अच्छा हुआ कि नहीं, मतलब आपका इनर वॉइस बोल रहा है कि कुछ कमी रह गई, इसलिए हम दूसरों से ये चाहते हैं अरे फीडबैक. क्योंकि हमें पता है कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ, कुछ चीजें जो होनी चाहिए थी नहीं हुई, कुछ चीजें जो नहीं होनी चाहिए थी वो हुई. एंड वी नीड नॉट आस्क एनीवन, दिस कम्स फ्रॉम विद इन. तो जितना हम ज़्यादा सोचेंगे कि अरे ये सब अच्छा हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, तो मोमेंट में रियलाइज कि नहीं हुआ, ह्यूमिलिटी आती है कि हम प्राउड फील नहीं करते हैं क्योंकि अरे इतना कुछ रह गया मेरे से. वो कैसा होता है ना, बच्चे रहते आजकल थोड़ा कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पिरिट ज़्यादा है, तो वो 90%, 95%, 96%, 97% ऐसा सब ट्राई करते हैं बच्चे. हमें भी वो 100% लाइफ में ट्राई करना है. हम लोग सब लोग किधर, मतलब मैं किसी के लिए बोलूँगा नहीं, मैं अपने लिए बोलूँगा 50-60% के आसपास हूँ. 100 तक पहुँचना है. अगर हम लोग उस 50-60 से खुश है, नहीं फर्स्ट क्लास आ गया मेरा बहुत हो गया. स्वामी हमेशा कहते थे कि आजकल बच्चे पास के लिए पढ़ाई करते हैं 40% के लिए या 50% के लिए. पढ़ाई करना चाहिए 100% का, तब जाके 50% हो पाता है. 50 का पढ़ाई करोगे तो फेल हो जाओगे. उसके बाद है ना, भगवान क्या कहते हैं कि ये जो बंधन है धर्म के, जो हम बोल रहे हैं 9 पॉइंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, दिस इज ओनली ए टॉनिक. नॉर्मली अगर शरीर को कुछ रोग होता है, कोई व्याधि होती है, तो डॉक्टर एक दवाई देता है एंटीबायोटिक, और वो एंटीबायोटिक से बाकी शरीर के बाकी भागों को हानि पहुंचती है, इसलिए वो टॉनिक देता है टू बूस्ट अप द इम्यून सिस्टम. तो भगवान कहते हैं धर्म सिर्फ टॉनिक है, तो एक्चुअल दवा क्या है? एक्चुअल दवा भगवान बोलते हैं जब हम आंखें बंद करते हैं, आंखें मतलब केवल ये आंखें नहीं, मन के आंखें, स्विच ऑफ, डोंट थिंक अबाउट एनीथिंग। इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू नॉट थिंक अबाउट एनीथिंग। आंख बंद करेगा 1000 विचार आएंगे, गाड़ी नंबर जो बोला था मैंने ठीक से सुना क्या, मेरा गाड़ी था क्या, यहाँ से शुरू होगा, जिनका गाड़ी है उनका, ठीक है। और भी मतलब अनेक विचार आएंगे, घर में क्या चल रहा है, कौन क्या कर रहा है। माइंड एम्प्टी करना, हार्ट एम्प्टी और हार्ट, एम्प्टी और हार्ट इज नॉट इजी। एम्प्टी और हार्ट के लिए धीरे 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 करना पड़ता है, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके। उसके लिए योर माइंड शुड बी एसोसिएटेड विथ लेस थिंग्स। इफ यू एसोसिएट योर माइंड विथ 100 थिंग्स, उनमें से 50-60 तो आते रहेंगे कंटिन्यूअसली। व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर पार्ट ऑफ व्हाट्सएप इन योर फोन? किसके किसके फोन में व्हाट्सएप है? आप कितने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में हो? जितने ज्यादा व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में आप जुड़े रहोगे ना, मॉर्निंग में उतना समय आपका वेस्ट होगा, ठीक है। और यू विल हैव दोस रेड अनरेड मैसेजेस फ्रॉम ऑल द ग्रुप्स, एंड फिर पीपल लाइक मी, मेरा थोड़ा सा ऑब्सेसिव कंपल्सिव नेचर है, मेरे को एक भी रेड हॉट डॉट सहन नहीं होता है, तो मैं सब ओपन क्लोज इतना ही चलता है। बहुत लोग ये करते होंगे, टाइम नहीं है सब मैसेज पढ़ने को। हम इतने सारे चीजों से जुड़ते क्यों हैं? ये सवाल हम पूछते नहीं है, क्योंकि है व्हाट्सएप है, सो इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम अस कि वी शुड बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस ग्रुप्स। नहीं तो हमारा इंफॉर्मेशन छूट जाएगा, फिर हमको वो पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी का मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा। ऑल दिस फियर्स आर देयर इन आवर माइंड, इसलिए हम करते हैं। लेकिन भगवान कहते हैं कि जितने कम चीज़ों से आप कनेक्टेड रहोगे, उतना अंतर्मुख, विल हैव टाइम फॉर आवर सेल्फ। सी, ये जो एक मॉडर्न ट्रेंड है, यू शुड हैव सम टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ, यू शुड हैव सम टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ। ये योर सेल्फ मतलब योर सेल्फ, इनर सेल्फ, आत्मा। सम टाइम टू स्पेंड कन्वर्सिंग विथ योर इनर वॉइस, कि मतलब अपने माइंड में इमेजिन कीजिए आप एकदम शांत, सब लोग आंख बंद कर दीजिए, चलो थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिकल हो जाए। टाइम में आगे नहीं जा रहा हूँ ना, 5 मिनट्स लेफ्ट, चलो अच्छा है। तो आंख बंद कीजिए, प्रात्यक्षिक थोड़ा करते हैं, ठीक है। आंख बंद, नहीं तो ये काम नहीं कर रहा, वोंट वर्क, आईज क्लोज्ड। आप है ना एक बहुत सुंदर मंदिर में आ गए हो, बाहर एक सुंदर झरना बह रहा है, झरने का आवाज़ फैन की तरह साउंड कर रहा है, ऐसा समझ लीजिए, आ रहा है साइड से, ठीक है। और वहाँ पे एक मंदिर है, प्योर वाइट मार्बल, बाहर एक छोटा सा पॉन्ड है, ब्यूटीफुल लोटस फ्लावर्स, पिंक कलर, वहाँ पे ऑल द लोटसेस आर इन फुल ब्लूम। आप मंदिर के प्रवेश द्वार से अंदर जाते हो, अंदर वहाँ पे आपके सामने आपके इष्ट देवता, जिनको आप हमेशा अपने मेडिटेशन में, अपने प्रेयर में याद करते हो, वो वहाँ पे बैठे हैं। हास्य मुख, स्माइलिंग फेस, आपको वेलकम करते हैं, बोलते हैं आओ मेरे बाजू में बैठो। आप बैठते हो। एक कहावत है कि जब असली गुरु सामने आते हैं तो शिष्य के मन में जितने डाउट्स है सब वहीं पे वहीं डिसॉल्व हो जाती है, निकल जाते हैं। चित्रम वटतरोर मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा, गुरोस्तु मौन व्याख्यानम, गुरु का व्याख्यान केवल मौन है, साइलेंस। और उस साइलेंस के आवाज में आपको अपने सारे सवालों के जवाब मिल जाते हैं। कोई भी डाउट मन में नहीं रहता, केवल आप उस मोमेंट में रहना चाहते हैं कि मैं हूँ, मेरे स्वामी है, मेरे इष्ट देवता हैं, और उनके सहवास में ये कुछ सेकंड आपको बिताने मिल रहे हैं। इसी में हम खुद को सबसे ज़्यादा भाग्यवान, सबसे ज़्यादा धन्य मानते हैं। इसी अनुभव में 2 मिनट अपने इष्ट देवता के साथ संवाद में बिताइए, और उसके बाद जैसे आपका मन खुले वैसे अपनी आंखें धीरे धीरे खोलिए। प्लीज बी इन द साइलेंस विथ योर बिलवेड लॉर्ड, ठीक है। स्माइलिंग फेस, कन्वर्स विथ हिम, आस्क वॉट एवर देयर इन योर माइंड, एंड वेन एवर यू विश टू कम आउट यू कैन ओपन योर आईज। जय साई राम। ऐसा ही संवाद हम सभी रोज स्वामी के साथ थोड़ा समय बिताएं, जस्ट गाइडेंस एवरी डे कि आगे क्या करना है, वेयर वी वेंट रॉन्ग, यही रोज सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन चलता रहे। यही है आवर लाइफ हिज मैसेज, हाउ टू मेक आवर लाइफ हिज मैसेज। जय साई राम। अभी एक छोटा सा वीडियो हमारे आसिफ भाई हमें दिखाने वाले हैं कि व्हाट स्वामी एक्सपेक्ट्स फ्रॉम अस, तो उनका वर्जन ऑफ आवर लाइफ हिज मैसेज, स्वामी's ओन वर्ड्स। साई राम।
సాయి కోరునది ఒక్కటే, సాయి సీక్స్ ఓన్లీ మానవులను ప్రేమించి that you should love your fellow beings, సమాజ సేవలు చేసి and serve society, మానవత్వం అనేటువంటి యొక్క పరములకు సరైన సార్థకత్వాన్ని సంపాదించుకోవాలి. The true meaning that you can associate with being a human being. స్వార్థాన్ని త్యాగం చేయండి, sacrifice your selfishness, పరార్థంలో ప్రవేశించండి, enter into the world beyond, పవిత్రతను పెంచుకోండి, further your own sacredness, పామరులను ఆదుకోండి, పామరులను ఆదుకోండి, try to go to the rescue of those who are in need. ఈనాటి నుండి మన సత్యసాయి సంస్థలు వీధి వీధిలోన, గ్రామ గ్రామంలోన, పట్టణ పట్టణంలో ప్రవేశించి ఆ వాతావరణం పరిశుభ్రం గావించి ప్రజల్లో ఉండేటువంటి ఒక సోదరత్వాన్ని పెంచడానికి ప్రయత్నించాలని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. ఇదే నా పుట్టిన యొక్క ఆనందం. So today I am hoping that all our people should go and embark on this path of carrying this message of service to every street, to every village, to every town, to every city, and they should bring happiness and joy all around. And this is సంవత్సరం యొక్క జన్మదినోత్సవ ఉత్సవంలో ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి పరీక్ష కూడా ఉంటుండాలి, అది గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. This is what will give me ananda on this birthday occasion. You should also remember that on this 60th birthday occasion, everybody will have to undergo a test of sorts. ఇందులో మీరు జయించినటువంటి వారే, దీనిని మీరు సాధించినటువంటి వారే నిజమైనటువంటి మానవులు. Become successful in this test could alone be called true human beings. ఎన్ని కష్టములకైనా, ఎన్ని నష్టములకైనా, ఎన్ని దుఃఖములకైనా, ఎన్ని నిందలు నిష్ఠూరముల కోసమైనా మీరు ఏమాత్రం కూడా వేరకుండా దీన్ని మీరు సాధించడానికి కట్టలు కట్టుకోండి. There might be any number of difficulties, any amount of trouble, praise, calumny, criticism, ridicule, but you should not be weighed down. You must move on and forward. పండించిన రైతు ఇంటికి తెచ్చుకునే సమయంలో దాన్ని తూర్పు పోస్తుంటాడు. Now the farmer, after he has harvested the crop, before he brings home the result, undertakes the task of winnowing. ఆ తూర్పు పోసినప్పుడు గట్టి గింజలు నిలుస్తుంటాయి, పొట్టి గింజలు కొట్టుకొని పోతుంటాయి. This winnowing process is undertaken so that there is a shifting taking place. The ones solid and secure ones will remain, the light and the featherweight category is. ఈ జన్మదినోత్సవం నుంచి మేము తూర్పు పోసినట్టుగా ఒక కార్యాన్ని ప్రారంభిస్తాం. Now this 60th birthday occasion marks the start of this winnowing process. ఇందులో నిలిచేటువంటి గట్టి గింజలు ఎన్నో, పొట్టి గింజలు ఎన్నో తెలియబోతుంది. And this process will determine who are those who remain steady and steadfast, who are those who would go and who are this lightweight. నిజమైనటువంటి యొక్క మానవత్వాన్ని, వ్యక్తిత్వాన్ని సాధించాలనుకున్నప్పుడు సేవలో ప్రవేశించాల్సింది. So if you really want to understand and proclaim your own true human nature, స్వార్థాన్ని త్యాగం చేయాల్సిందే. Run in the service activities, sacrifice selfishness. సేవని ప్రధానమైనటువంటి రీతిగా లక్ష్యాన్ని ఉంచుకోవాల్సింది. Service to the country should be uppermost in our mind. ఈ లక్ష్యంతో గమ్యం చేరేంత వరకు మన ప్రయాణం జరగాల్సిందే. With this aim and goal before us, we must move forward in our journey.
कि 60th बर्थडे की बात है, बोल रहे थे कि मैं ऐसे आपको छानने वाला हूँ, और फिर हम लोग अभी तक वो वजन वाले हैं जो अभी तक नीचे गिरे हैं. वी आर द फुल ग्रेन्स, नॉट द एम्प्टी हस्क्स. लेट अस ट्राई टू रिमेन दैट वे. ठीक है. एक आपके मदद के लिए या जो भी समझिए एक शीट दिया गया सबको वाइल रजिस्ट्रेशन, वो है माई स्पिरिचुअल डायरी, जो बाल विकास बच्चों को दिया जाता है, उसको ही थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करके, हमें भी ज़रूरत है ना, बाल विकास के बच्चे अकेले थोड़ी है जो टिक मार्क और क्रॉस मार्क करेंगे, हमें भी ज़रूरत है। उसका सॉफ्ट कॉपी भी आपको व्हाट्सएप द्वारा भेज दिया जाएगा। ये जो वीडियो है ये भी व्हाट्सएप में शेयर किया जाएगा, तो ज़रूर इसको देखिए। वो स्पिरिचुअल डायरी ट्राई कीजिए, सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन के लिए अच्छा टूल है कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, जय साई राम।
Thank you, Brother Siddharth, for the tools and the operational manual for ensuring that our life becomes His message. What we have next is a talk by Dr. Karishma Ahuja, who is a metaphysical counselor, a life coach, who trains people on mind part techniques, forgiveness therapy, and cleansing practices, and energy cleansing practices. She is a specialist in metaphysics who has authored 2 books, The Healing Power of Words and The Healing Power of Gratitude. Dr. Karishma will be talking to us on Sai Mantra for a happy life. Dr. Karishma, please.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Sarvarupadharam Shantam, Sarvanamadharam Shivam, Sat Chit Anandam Advaitam, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. With love, with reverence and a lot of gratitude, I offer myself at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord and Master, our sweet, loving, caring Lord, who's ever present, who's always guiding and ready to guard us, our beloved Master and Guru. Swami says, nothing happens by chance. There is no randomness in the universe. That means there are no coincidences, there are only God incidences. That means even problems and challenges in life are coming to us because somewhere there is a divine plan and a purpose. But then, how do you not see a problem as a problem? Today we have all gathered here together, and what a phenomenal job the first 2 speakers have done to recharge us and to get us to thinking, how do we change? How do we make practical differences in our lives? But then, I'm sure there are so many of us who stay recharged for a few days. But then after that, something happens and you again begin to struggle from within. Now you know that Swami is there and he says every problem is not a problem, it is an opportunity. But then when the problem comes and circumstances happen, what do? How do you then manage your life? So to know something, Swami says, is not enough. You will have to go beyond that and do something on a daily basis so that you stay charged from within. That is what we are going to try to focus in this segment. What are those principles of Swami that help us stay charged right from the beginning of the day up to the end of the day? So, let's begin this segment with a short activity, just to make things more clear and to lay a platform for the rest of the session. Are you ready? Swami says, if you're ready, you should be keeping a smile on your face. So, I don't see everyone smiling. So, if you want me to begin the segment, let's put on a beautiful, big, warm smile on our faces and let Swami know, Swami, we are really excited because maybe this session can bring us whatever it is that we need today, individually, in our lives. Ready? That's better. So, this little activity will require only two things from you. One is your imagination. Two, your hands. So what I'm going to request you to do is, close your eyes. I will guide you through this activity, but please do use your imagination and your hands so that we get a feel of the exercise and the practice. All right, let's begin. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a few seconds to just relax the mind and the body. Now imagine you are in front of a beautiful, vast ocean. A beautiful, vast ocean. And now I want you to use your hands to hold a vessel in your hand. Use your hands as if you're holding a container or a vessel. I request everyone to use their hands as if you are holding a vessel or a container. Now imagine you are bending down and trying to fill as much water as you can into this vessel. Let's use our hands. Imagine bending down and filling this vessel with as much water as you can. Now feel the vessel getting heavier as you are filling water into it. Now the vessel is completely filled with water right up to the brim. Now keeping your hands the way they are, let's open our eyes. Please look around. You will observe that everybody's vessel size is different. Why is that? There were no instructions that you have to hold a medium-sized vessel, a large vessel, a very small vessel. Why is it that the sizes are different? I mean, we did understand, as our speakers told us, that our hands are small. We can't take much. But here you were given a choice to choose a vessel for yourself. Yet, subconsciously, we have chosen smaller vessels. I mean, we could have stretched our hands and said, this is the vessel size. But we didn't. Why? Because we're thinking it'll be too heavy? Yes. And? Do we think that we are worth much? Sometimes we get thoughts that probably this is what I can carry, or probably this is what I'm worth it. But Swami says something even more deeper. He says, the ocean represents life, the vessel represents your consciousness. You have to, on a daily basis, try to expand the size of your vessel. In other words, you have to engage in daily personal sadhana to expand your consciousness. And he gives us practical tips for that. He says, you know I am there, but do you feel my presence? You may know that the problem is actually an opportunity for growth, but are you going through the problem or are you growing through the problem? That is the question you have to ask yourselves on a daily basis. And so, dear brothers and sisters, in this session, what we are going to do is understand why Swami emphasizes the importance of our personal sadhana, the meditation practice, and how meditation can set a platform for us to manage our mind and energy on a daily basis. Because if your energy is not managed, how will you connect to Swami? You were charged up for a few days, now it again comes down to, I'm struggling with my day-to-day life. Maybe I'm unhappy with my job, maybe it's a health challenge, maybe it's a health challenge of a loved one you're dealing with. How do you manage your mind on a daily basis? How do you convince yourself that yes, Swami is there, he's going to take care? How do you stay connected with that feeling of faith? That is the question. And Swami says the first step is you develop your faith, and for that he says you need to gain some awareness about who you are, who I am, experientially. Knowledge-wise, we know, but experientially, you need to feel it. So he says, where there is ignorance, there is doubt and worry. If you go back to the times when you found yourself worrying and doubting, ask yourself, why are you doubting? Why? Chances are you are doubting and worrying because there is something you don't know. You don't know how to handle it. You don't understand it. You're confused. Doubt and worry, he says, causes fear. Fear, he says, causes anxiety. Anxiety is never expressed. It's suppressed. So now the emotions begin to build up day by day, and these emotions even stop you from connecting to Swami. If you are upset, you will not feel like meditating. If you are angry, you will not feel like talking to anyone. Anxiety, he says, is suppressed. Suppression, he says, leads to depression. And depression, he says, leads to unease, dis-ease. So whenever there is something wrong with the body, he says you have to go back to understanding what emotions are you holding. Because these emotions, these mental blockages and patterns coming from your mind will not allow you to concentrate. You may try very hard for connection, it is not going to happen. Let's look at the opposite side now. Opposite scenario. When I engage in daily individual sadhana, my own personal sadhana, and I do few things which of course we will discuss as we close this session. He says when you do those things, what will happen is you start gaining awareness. Along with knowledge, you gain awareness to practically apply that principle in different circumstances of your life. So where there is wisdom and awareness, there is faith. Where there is faith, there is a feeling all will be well. Even though you are in the hot seat and things are not working out for you, but there is an inner feeling it's going to be okay. It's going to change. Swami is working through me. So that sense of well-being comes in. And well-being, Swami says, is never suppressed. It's expressed. And when you start feeling good from inside, what happens? Now, you are accelerating your own spiritual growth. Now you no longer get caught up in everyday problems. Now you are thinking from the point of view of Swami, why am I here? What is my purpose? So that spiritual growth is accelerated. And once that acceleration happens, you begin to come in a state of ease. Because you are meant to be here, because you have a divine purpose. So unless and until you don't reach a point in your life when you are contemplating on the question, why am I here? Swami says you will never be at rest and at peace completely. Because you were made to come here to answer that question, to contemplate on that question, to find the answer, to seek the guidance. And once you start seeking guidance on this question, you start feeling a sense of peace. Where there is peace, there is healing. Now whatever needs to be corrected in your life automatically starts getting corrected. So, we are about to enter into this inner journey through a meditation today. But before we begin that meditation, let me emphasize these very points that we have just discussed so far, summarize them for you so that you know the sequence that we are going to follow. Basically, so far what we have discussed, if I were to put it together, Swami is telling us, gain awareness about who you are and who I am. That is the first step we will undertake in this meditation. Through the practice of concentration, we will try to develop a connection with Swami, feel it practically in our hearts. After connection, Swami says, you can go to the next step, which is contemplation. That means now you go deeper into your own mind and heart. Not only do you connect with your chosen divine form, but now you understand, this is the problem in my life. This is the thoughts that are troubling me. These are the mental blockages. This is what I need to correct. This is the habit I need to change. That comes in as you go along in the meditation, contemplation. And then Swami says, after contemplation, you go deeper into the stage of correction. Because if I don't correct or cleanse or purify my mind and heart, I will not be able to expand the size of my consciousness. So from connection to contemplation to correction. But how do we go about doing this, and how will we experience these different facets and elements in the meditation? Well, for that, let's start with the meditation. Let's go with the flow. This is a guided meditation. So all you will have to do is follow my instructions. Just make sure that you are seated erect, your spine is erect, the rest of your body is relaxed. Few things Swami asks us to keep in mind. Make sure there's nothing that you're carrying on your lap. So no bags, no purses. Make sure there is nothing in your hands. And for each one of us to feel a sense of ease, let us be comfortable. So if any particular position is bothering you, make sure you change it. Because as you go about with the meditation, you don't want to be feeling restless. Okay? So, let's begin. Take a comfortable position. Let's close our eyes. Spine erect while the rest of our body is relaxed. Keeping our eyes closed. Let us try to take all our attention to our breath. Are open. And your feet not too far away from each other. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. Relax. In order to go deeper into a state of ease and relaxation, mentally give yourself the command, relax. 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 Now, one by one, we will go to different parts of our body to relax them further. Head, relax. Eyes, ears, nose, mouth, chin, relax. Throat, relax. Shoulders, arms, relax. Chest, relax. Stomach, abdomen, relax. Thighs, knees, calves, feet, relax. Lower back, all the way up to your neck, relax. Relax your palms. Feel the relaxation in your fingers. And slowly, let's bring our attention back to our breath. Let's breathe in together. Hold your breath for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax as you breathe out. Now, let's hold on to Bhagavan's beautiful form in our minds and hearts. His loving form, His beautiful sparkling eyes, His warm smile, His compassionate look, both His hands raised in Abhayasta to bless us. Swami is right before us, looking at us, waiting for us to come closer and closer to Him. Slowly visualize yourself walking closer and closer to where Bhagavan is seated. For the next few seconds, let us listen to the chanting, the vibration of the most powerful Om mantra as we get closer and closer to Swami. Feeling His presence, feeling His warmth. Imagine now stretching your hands and touching Swami's beautiful lotus feet. Feel the softness of his feet. Feel your head touching his feet. This is the moment we have all been waiting for, and here it is. As you feel the power and the energy in his feet, let us think of anything that is bothering us or worrying us in our lives at this point in time. Any challenge or problem you're currently experiencing, think of that problem or that challenge and just let it go. Offer it at Swami's lotus feet. Because Swami says, I am your mother and father. Give me your problem. Give me everything that is bothering and worrying you, and I shall protect you and guard you. Dear Swami, I offer you my mind and heart. This problem is causing me concern and worry. It is affecting how I think and feel in my day-to-day life. I wish to let it go. I offer it at your divine lotus feet. From today, it's not my problem, Swami. It is yours. Not my way, your way. Not my time, your time. Help me get through this. Give me the courage. Give me the strength. Give me the power. I cast my burden on you, Swami, and I go free from today. I cast my burden on you, Swami, and I go free from today. Look at Swami's compassionate face. He has a smile on his face, encouraging us to empty our mind and heart more and more. Swami, thank you. Thank you for everything you have given me, for all the blessings I have received, even the lessons I have yet to understand. I'm grateful to you, Swami. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for bringing me ideas when I needed them. Thank you for bringing me inspiration when I needed it to solve my problems. As I offer you myself, I offer you my grateful heart. May I always be grateful and look for the good in every situation. Holding on to this beautiful energy of gratitude, think of a memorable moment from your life. Maybe the most memorable moment. Think of that special moment and why it carries such a special place in your heart. Go back to that moment. Relive it. Keep a smile on your face as you think of how special that moment was. And thank Swami for that moment. Swami, what a beautiful moment you gave me. I thus pray that I experience many more such moments in my life where I have felt your divine presence, your blessing and your grace. Swami, let me hold on to this beautiful moment even when I am disappointed and discouraged in my life, reminding myself that it's not over yet. Anything can change. Everything can change. And Swami can do it faster than I can even imagine in my life. Thank you, Swami, for that special moment. Now, let's take a deep breath as we feel the energy of gratitude in every part of our being. Every cell in the body is feeling the energy and the depth of gratitude. As we feel this energy more and more running in our minds and hearts and bodies, think of someone who's bothering you. Think of someone who may have hurt you, disappointed you, given you any kind of pain. Visualize the person in your mind's eye. And then say to Swami, Swami, give me the power and the ability to see this person as you see this person. Help me to recognize and salute the divinity in this person. Swami, I am finding it hard to let go of this experience, the pain and the suffering that I have experienced. I pray, Swami, that you send blessings to this person through me. May I forgive and let go. Let today and this moment be the one that allows me to free myself from everything that this person may have done, knowingly or unknowingly. Today may I be free and may this person be free, so that I can use every part of my being, my mind, my body and spirit, to focus on walking towards you. I am free, Swami, today. But I also pray that that person may be free. so that we can all be happy and peaceful. Because I know your peace is the greatest power I can experience in my life. This peace that can not only be a blessing to me in my life, it can add so much positivity, Bhagwan, even to my home and my family. I want to be that person, Swami, who adds that love and that positivity in my home. I pray that with your grace it happens. Holding on to this beautiful energy of forgiveness and letting go, continue to feel the gift of having placed your head on Bhagwan's lotus feet. Swami, may your grace be upon me and my family. May your power and glory manifest in my body and my life. May I be protected from ill feelings. May your blessings inspire me in all my actions. May my heart always be connected to your heart that is ever loving and ever giving. Swami, may my mind be purified and cleansed, and always stay connected to your divine mind. Your wisdom and your guidance. Let's spend the next few moments in silence, continuing to hold on to Swami's beautiful form. Feel the energy, feel the connection, and feel the lightness in your heart as you have offered him the energy of gratitude and forgiveness. The energy of acceptance and surrender. Relax as you feel a sense of ease and a sense of peace. Let's once again take our attention back to our breath. Let's take a few deep breaths together. 1. Let's breathe in slowly. Hold your breath for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly, relax. Now for the next 2 rounds, inhale through your nose, but exhale through your mouth. Let's begin. Let's inhale together. Inhale slowly. Hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale through your mouth. Relax. Let's do it together one more time. Inhale slowly. Hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale through your mouth. Relax. to help us come out of this meditation. I'm going to be counting from 1 to 3 to prepare our mind and body to come back to the present moment. 1. Thanking Swami for the beautiful opportunity He's given us today to think of Him, to connect with Him, to touch Him, to feel Him. 2. Slowly let's move different parts of our body, starting with the head, shoulders, arms. Make some gentle movements to prepare the body to come out of the meditation practice. Stomach, legs, hands and feet. Wiggle your toes. Three. Let's keep a smile on our faces. Smile. Let us smile and show our gratitude to Swami. Smile as much as you can. Smile like Swami is right here before you, because He is. And He wants to know how His presence has made you feel. So smile. Smile and hold on to that smile. Rub your palms against each other, gently placing them on your eyes. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So while we will stay in this energy and vibration, not just until we reach our homes, but even as we continue the rest of the day, even as we start the next day and the days and months and years to come, let's put all of it together once again. Just to summarize, what is Swami's mantra for a healthy and happy living? Engage in meditation on a daily basis, because that will give you the inspiration to manage your problems. That will also give you an opportunity to clean up your system, because if the cleaning doesn't happen, you will not feel like spending time. So what we did was, we visualized Swami's beautiful form. As we connected with Him, we felt like giving our problems to Him. We felt like releasing the past. And finally, with the energy of forgiveness and gratitude, we were able to experience Him more than we have in the past. We felt a sense of ease and lightness. Swami says, this can be done for even a physical problem or ailment you're experiencing. Take up that problem, that pain with Swami in your meditation and ask Him for guidance. But there's one thing you noticed we did. Before we went to the forgiveness practice and thought of someone we want to forgive, we brought in the energy of gratitude. Why did we do that? Because Swami has often said, if you don't feel grateful from within, you will never feel like letting go of the past. Gratitude, you see, opens up your energy. If you have noticed, whenever you think of a memorable moment from your life or a blessing you have received, your body is getting lighter. That tightness seems to go. You begin to already feel a sense of ease. And that is the state Swami says you can actually forgive and let go. So, a few mantras. We must wake up with a smile in the morning. Why don't we give a smile to each other in our own homes? Why is it so difficult to come out of your room with a big smile? and think that, you are greeting Swami. So we could be exhibiting the best of our behaviors to people outside, but do we do it in our own homes, in our own houses? How about giving a smile to each other in the morning, knowing this, that Swami is in this person. He's chosen this person to be in my home. He's my family. So here is where I must start Swami's principles. Here is where I must apply his teaching with my own home first. Then before you leave your home, Swami says, be grateful and go. Because whatever may come up in the day, if you are starting your day with a grateful heart and saying, thank you, Swami, thank you. Thank you for maybe the food you ate in the morning, maybe the people around you, maybe your work that you're heading towards. Practice gratitude mentally, verbally, in writing. In some way, it could take just 2 minutes. But gratitude allows you to train your mind to pick out the good in something, even in the day. So you may have a difficult boss, you may have a family member who's hard to tackle, it could be any problem. But you see, when you start with gratitude, you're training your mind that there is a good even in this person. Somewhere you will start attracting the good from that person. But then Swami says, don't end the day without releasing grudges. Don't end the day without forgiveness. Whatever it is, whoever is bothering you, if you find it hard to forgive, say, Swami, I'm finding it very hard to forgive. Please forgive through me. Please let go through me, Swami. It's very tough for me. You do it through me, Swami. You send love to this person through me. So along with the practice of silent sitting and meditation, if we can learn how to manage our energy in these different ways, you will be inspired to connect to Swami. Then you will not stop. So along with the dedication, the devotion, and the determination that we want to hold on to, we want to make sure that these little principles and teachings of Swami are practiced in our day-to-day life. Ultimately, what is going to matter is how you have managed your energy. So, if I were to take you through a simple exercise before closing the session, just to now summarize everything that we have said, it is going to be this. Just a short little activity. Ready? I want you to look around this room and pull out as many blue objects as you can. Anything blue you see, count it. Look around. Anything blue, pick it up. Count it. You have a lot of blues in the room. Look at the outfits we are wearing, they could be blues. Pull out the blue objects. Quickly. As many blues as you can. Okay, now I want you to quickly close your eyes and recall all green objects you saw. All green. Why? This is not cheating. I can ask you to pull out any color object I want. I am the speaker right now. You see, what really happened was your focus was on the blue. So there could have been a lot of green you saw even as you turned around, but it didn't catch your attention. Good things will not catch your attention. If your mind is upset, you get what you focus on. What you focus on grows stronger and stronger and stronger in life. So let's hold on to these principles of Swami. These principles of gratitude, forgiveness, surrender. And let's spend time connecting with him so that we can gain awareness and hold on to that experiential feeling of who am I and what Swami means to me. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm very grateful. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Doctor, for the wonderful guided meditation session. I request Mahesh uncle to come and share his closing remarks.
साईराम वंस अगेन। वेल, बोलने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं। हमारे तीनों यंग स्पीकर्स लोगों ने बहुत बढ़िया बोला। सो माय ग्रैटिट्यूड टू स्वामी फर्स्ट फॉर गिविंग अस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर कंडक्टिंग दिस लवली sadhana camp, and I'm sure that everybody must have had a nice 2 hours as it was promised. Yes or no? Okay, thank you. So thank you a lot for being here, attending this camp, and I'm sure everybody is following Bhagawan's principles, but yes, जब भी कुछ थोड़ा ज़्यादा मिल जाता है तो हमें अच्छा लगता है। तो हम आज जो भी आज यहाँ से लेके जाएंगे हम वो हमारे साथ रखेंगे और उसे डेली अपनाएंगे और अपने आप को ग्रो करते रहेंगे। एंड एज ब्रदर सिद्धार्थ कस्तूरी हैज़ गिवन अस वंडरफुल टूल, वी विल बी ट्राइंग टू फॉलो अप दैट एंड यूज इट इन आवर डेली लाइफ। थैंक यू सो मच, thank you so much, and thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram. We'll conclude with Aarti, and I would like all the 3 speakers to come here and conclude with Aarti.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka परते महेश्वर। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते। आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आत्मा बांधवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। माता पिता गुरुदेवं मरियन्तयो नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयो नीवे। नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ महेन्द्र शयन। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओंकार रूप ओम शिवम साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा। मंगलारति अंधको मंगलारति अंधको मंदर गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Yeah, before we leave this divine room, there are two things. We'll be keeping the BKS devotees group open for everyone to share today's experience, so that all the devotees who are in the group can go through the divine experience what you all had over here. You can share whatever you want to share, and this group will be open for all the devotees for the next 2 days. And finally, I would like to thank Brother Deepak and Brother Asif for their wonderful service, what they always give us, and creating and maintaining, helping us to maintain this memorable event in the form of digital properties. Thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram.